Today's video, I am going to be answering frequently asked questions that I get in the comments and in game. And these questions literally are asked numerous times. So you know what? Let's just get right into the questions. So I've picked out 10 frequent asked questions. If there are any more, I might do a follow-up video to it. So let's just get right into it. So the first question is, when do you unlock rebirth? Now you unlock rebirth around 50 to 100 sextillion in value by the way, because it's not about how much cash you have. It also is about how much cash you invested into your upgrades as well as invested into your base with all the buttons you buy. I would probably say around 50 to 100 sextillion. Question number 2 is, when do you unlock evolutions? It's kind of similar to rebirth, except you also have to consider another factor is the number of investors you have. But if we're just gonna talk straight up cash or value because it's easier, I would estimate anywhere between 50 to 100 octodecillion. The third question is, what does evolutions do? Now evolutions gives your base a 42 times income speed buff, which basically means every evolution is about 42 times faster progress than your previous evolution, really. So once you've unlocked it, just go for it. Now, this next question is the most asked question in my comment section. When do you unlock remote buy and how much is it? Now, when do you unlock it would be somewhere around evolution 6, and it costs trigentillion investors. Now, to tell you the truth, I think the price is very, very unfair, because trigentillion investors is literally about 5 minutes away from ascending. And in my opinion, I feel like the price of remote buy should massively decrease to the point where, let's say if you almost finish evolution 5, you can afford it, so that when you're playing evolution 6 for most parts, you can play with the remote until you ascend. So I generally think remote buy is probably one of the most unfair game passes in the game, and it is so frustrating to just keep running around. Question number 5 is, how do I complete the sewer mazes? Now there are 2 puzzles. One of them is for the UFO key for the 2 times investors, and another one is for the cosmic cash vines. Now honestly, I don't know how to answer this question myself, but my best tip is to look up tutorials on YouTube. There's loads of videos about it. Like, a lot of different creators make videos about that. Alternatively, just join bloxbytegames Discord server. There will be people in the community that are willing to help. Question number 6, how do you get 32% investors? Well, unfortunately, the free-to-play player maximum can only get 2%. The pay-to-win people, you could literally buy double investors 4 times. So there's a massive difference between a free-to-play and a pay-to-win. The pay-to-win player progresses 16 times faster. But not only that, by the way, there is this speed game pass that you can also buy 4 times. So that's another 16 times progress. They can also buy remote buy, which I don't know how faster it will be, but we're talking over 1,000 times faster in boost, right? So let's put it this way. For every hour they spend in the game progressing, you basically have to spend 1,000 times of those hours to get on the same level as them, which 1,000 hours is like 42 playing days, by the way. 42 playing days just to get on the same page as the same person who only spent an hour, but they just pay to win. That's it, right? So I just think that stacking these is so broken. Anyways, next question. When do you unlock the stairway? Now, you unlock the stairway with, for the first time, I believe it's 1 trigentillion cash. I can't remember, but like, by the way, if I get any of the questions wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments. Even help me out as well. Alright, next question. When do you unlock Ascend? Now, Ascension unlocks if you completed the stairway, as well as buying every single button, including the decorations. You're roughly looking at about duo octogentillion cash which to get there, you probably most likely will need to evolve 6 times. So evolution 6 to get there, because the number of investors you will most likely need is trigentillion or untrigentillion or dual trigentillion, which at the end of the day, evolution 6 players can get there. And not evolution 5, by the way, because you're going to go 42 times less. As I've talked about before, each evolution will be 42 times faster progress than the other. Question number 9, what does Ascend do? Well, Ascend gives you 3 things. Number 1, you get 7.77 times more cash. Number 2, you get 1 forever purchase. And number 3, other benefits, which is basically in the Ascension world. That's basically useless. Number 4, cosmetics. Also pretty useless. You get a halo on top of your head and it's very annoying to walk with. But it also comes with a downside. Everything will be 3.33 times more expensive. But on the flip side, if you're getting 7.77 times more cash, but everything is 3.33 times more expensive, if you do 7.77 divided by 3.33, you'll basically get 2.33 benefit here. So every time you ascend, you basically get 2.33 times buff. And it's multiplicative. So if you ascend again, it'll be times 2.33, and then it'll just keep on timesing by 2.33 until infinity, really. And the final question is, what does forever purchase do and how do you get it? To get it, you can either ascend or spend 1,499 Robux, and what it does is whenever you activate the forever purchase, whatever button you step on, that button will permanently be purchased and it cannot be affected by ascending. So you keep it forever basically, which means that you have to carefully choose what you want to permanently buy. Now, an extra follow-up question is, what is the best use for the forever purchases? Well, I would recommend, the 42 global cash upgrade would be probably the most important one. I think that should be the first forever purchase you should try and get, like the first button you should get as forever purchase. There are 2 16 times global cash somewhere in the game as well, and I would definitely recommend getting Lemon X, income source and manager, but the downside of that is the income speed is very slow, so you might need to consider getting some global speeds first before getting that income source. I think that kind of sums up the whole frequent asked questions. If there are any more questions I should answer, then just leave it down in the comments, or I might make a follow-up video for this. Hope you learned and know a lot, because I've also learned and know a lot too, and this is why I'm making videos like this. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Continue to like the videos and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.